The thoughts, views, and opinions expressed by the host are for entertainment purposes only.
Yep.
Do not get mad.
Nope.
Do not get upset.
Don't.
Do not get offended.
Uh-uh.
Do not pass go.
Cry baby.
Do not collect $200. Instead, pay us, and then we'll shut up.
Yeah. Get ready to get antsy. What's going on, podcast? Early Bird and Ninja. Yo, this is Ninja.
This is Early Bird the Night Wolf. Just doing our thing to make you to understand it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is What's Going On
What's
podcast,
going on, podcast?
where we are here to tell you what's going on, speak our truth, and we don't care about being canceled.
No, not
And
really.
with that being said, unpopular opinion,
Uh-huh.
racing games suck, bro.
Bro.
They suck.
Okay, so this is one. I'm gonna play this just a trailer in the background of one of the more popular, I want to say, games on Xbox, which is Forza Horizon. And I play Forza. All right. I really, this is probably the only racing game I've played where I just like it all around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does it
I mean,
get boring?
it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not a bad game. Does it get boring? Yeah, it does. It kind of gets old and some of the shit is wonky and shit. But I ain't gonna front, man. I had the last time I loved a racing game where I was excited to play was, and I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna agree when I say this, but the Need for Speed Underground series.
I was about to say that one. I was like, yep.
The Need for Speed
with the BMW on the cover.
Bro, yeah, bro. The Need for Speed Underground Racing was probably my go-to game, dog. Like,
that was back with PS2, wasn't it?
Yeah, dude, and that's telling you something how long ago it was, because I played that game religiously, bro. Like, I mean, I unlocked everything. I remember playing it so crazy because at the time when I had that game, I had a Mitsubishi Eclipse, and that's the car I had in the game that I played with. And every grown ass motherfucker who had a car game and had a car always raced the car that they had. And if let's say it was a BMW and they didn't have an E46, you drove the E whatever that was in the game because it was a BMW. But even as a young kid playing those games, I always vibed towards the car that was more like the Fast and the Furious was popping when this game came out, I believe, and that's what made them so fun because they were just, it was underground, it was street, it was gritty, it had the cool levels. I mean, the cops, like, they introduced all that, and it was just so much fun, bro. Like, I don't know what happened to that love.
Man, once again, I feel the excuse me, I feel the imagination of these developers. They just suck. It's more about they have no choice but to buy this. Like, if you wanna play a racing game, these are the options. You have no other choice. So either you buy this or you shut up. And there's nobody really coming along to say, see, this is not good. This is not the standard.
Right.
Like, you need somebody to say, we are the best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you want to race a game? This is the racing game to play. And it is. I feel like with racing games now, they focus on too much of reality, making it feel real and all that kind of stuff versus just making the game fun.
Yeah. Which makes total sense. I think now they are spending too much time on the aesthetics of the game and how it looks. You know what I'm saying? The graphics, tightening it up. how many famous people they can squeeze into the game. You know what I'm saying? How many rappers can they get to show off the like that?
Yeah.
That's what they're caring about too much. Don't get
Right.
me wrong. What was it? Need for Speed Unbound with ASAP Rocky.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought was a clever introduction to a new wave of underground games, but I think they missed the mark because it was just too colorful and too I don't know, it was just too much. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't even think it was the. I don't think the graphics or the art style or it being too colorful. I don't think those things is what's killing it. Was killing it. I think it's the fact that these games are just not fun. They don't know how to emphasize speed, right? So you're
Right.
playing a racing game, and even Forza, right? Which is it was okay. I'm playing the game. I have the controller in my hand, and I'm got the Corvette and I'm riding, and I look at the speed I'm doing 180.
Right.
But when you look at the car or the screen, there's nothing that shows you or feels like you're doing 180. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like it like the screen doesn't get blurry, the sound doesn't muffle, the controller
Yeah.
doesn't vibrate, like
It,
nothing,
right.
nothing at all. It's just the car is just moving. It's like, bro,
Yeah.
there's no way you doing 180, you don't feel it. Like it sucks.
Well, that's what I'm
It's
saying. They're too worried on how pretty it looks because the blur might take away from the way the trees look in the background or how that building is loading. They want see that's the thing, man. With you, bro, it's the truth, man. They want you to see that there's no loading screen in the background, so they want you to see those trees and they want you to see the sun and the grass and all that shit in the background, which is cool if you're cruising. But if you're doing 120 miles an hour and you can still see a tree, you understand what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. It don't make no
Yeah.
fucking sense. So with all the money that these studios are spending, they want you to see those trees and that pole and all this other shit. So so for instance, when I played Forza, me and Jaden, we were playing online together. I had the Nissan. Was it a Nissan? Did I have the Nissan? I think I had the Nissan. I don't know. I had one of those cars, right? I think the GTR. And he had one. We both hooked it up. I was like, you hook up yours, how you hook it up, because you know you can mess with the gears and the ratio. So I kind of know how to fuck with that. He really don't, because he don't understand that yet. So I was like, let's see whose car goes the fastest, but it's the same car. So I did a bunch of shit to mine. And bro, we both went to this spot. It's literally a straightaway. And then like this bridge and then a tunnel. It's the longest straightaway in the game, I think. And we raced. And every time we race, I noticed, I'm like, bro, you could see everything looks great, which is cool. Everything looks great. Like, I love it. Don't get me wrong. The game looks great, amazing. Right. But I'm like, I could see every single thing. Like nothing. Like if I'm driving that fast in real life,
it's blurry.
It's like you can't focus on everything. Yeah. Like I shouldn't be able to see the bird, you know, flying. Like I shouldn't. Like all that shit should be just like gone. Like So and I get it. Like if you're doing it in third person, then first person, and then bird eyes. You know, I get there's different views for different. But I'm driving with the hand in the steering wheel, kind of
right
view, first person.
First person.
Yeah, and it's still just I don't know, man. I just think they have a bad time or hard time translating speed.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's so crazy because they did good with older technology, how to make speed look like speed with shittier graphics. But with all this cool shit, you can't make it look good.
Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense, bro.
Bro,
it don't make sense.
It don't make no. It's like you got like $600 systems, you know, $1,500 computers, and the game, yeah, it looks amazing, but like it looks like I'm looking out of a plane window when I'm racing at 150 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I can see everything.
If there's with those with video games, you got sight and sound. It's really the two senses that video games are that you're using when you play video games.
Right.
So if you're not going to use sight to emphasize speed, like make things blurry or whatever, then you can use sound. So when you're traveling that fast, it's like things kind of around you kind of get quiet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you kind of sort of have to focus, and it's like you can't really. It's like you hear, but you're not really hearing. Type.
Right.
I don't know how to explain it. But
no, I get what you're saying. It's just, I don't know, dude. It's just like you can make the car go as fast as you can, but it doesn't look like it's going any faster from 30 miles an hour to 150 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's just plain. I don't know if you remember this game on Nintendo 64. It was a racing game called XG2.
XG2.
It was like a motorcycle racing game.
Is XG2?
Yeah, XG2 on Nintendo 64. And you could go so fast that it will break the sound barrier. And when you break the sound barrier, like the game will get quiet.
Oh yes, Extreme G Racing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I do actually. That was a good game though. I remember that. It was kind of like it gave you like an F-Zero kind of feel. Yeah.
F-Zero. Yep. F-Zero. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I can.
Oh yeah, I remember this shit, boy.
Yo, that game was dope.
And it's so crazy because you could look at it and tell it's an old game.
But it was so fire.
Yeah, it was kind of like a F-Zero type of shit.
Yeah. But I remember this, like you could shoot each other. They had like little power ups and stuff.
Yeah. But you see, okay. You see how like it's going faster and the screen is starting to like
blur
really take pace.
Yeah.
I mean, whoever's playing sucks, but I remember this shit. But see,
this game was fun, bro.
The problem is that, all right, like I said, older shit had a way to show you it was like the game was going fast, like Sub-Zero, like F-Zero. F-Zero was the perfect example of speed. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like you would hear the noise, it would be like whoosh, you know, mm-hmm. And then like the music, like even if the game wasn't going fast, the music made it sound like it was going fast. Like, do you remember?
Like you got to play on these senses, bro.
Right.
They just, I don't know what they doing.
There's no
put the shit out if that's how you gonna be.
Like there's no like a lot of the music in these racing games is hip hop. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with hip hop, but hip hop when you're racing is not racing soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? Like hip hop music in a racing game is more like if you're gonna sit and take pictures of your fucking car. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Not fast races. And a lot of the music in Forza is hip hop based. And even like some of the techno shit is heavy hip hop based. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't play well into the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for instance, like, look, all right, I'm gonna put this up so you can, like, you see how the game, like, it looks like it's going fast, like you hear the music, mm-hmm. Bro. This is the soundtrack to my childhood, bro. Like bro, listen to that shit, like. Like if you hear that, if I put that shit on in somebody's car by accident, they're gonna know that shit came from this game. Bro, listen to that shit.
Oh my god, man.
Bro, I'm telling you, did that F-Zero soundtrack, bro, every level, every song in F-Zero made you want to fucking go fast. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at the car, like, it looks like it's going crazy fast. The background is moving, everything is getting more blurry, and I mean, bro, and then the music is popping. Like, you can't tell me F-Zero music wasn't the shit, bro.
I never played F-Zero, man.
Bro, you gotta play F-Zero. You can play the newest shit. They even got one. I think they got one on the Switch, which is retro to this shit, but it's like 99 people racing all at once. Is a knockout game, but whatever. But when you play F-Zero as a kid, bro, you felt like you were on top of the world when you were racing in those little cities with no with all them shitty graphics.
Yes, sir.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're gonna have a racing game where you're gonna have cars doing 100 plus miles an hour, it has to look like 100 plus miles an hour. Now, if you want to, the game could be good. Don't get me wrong, the game could be good, but what are you really looking for? Are you looking for that top end speed racing game, or are you looking for like a driving simulator, which is for Forza and let's talk about not Grand Theft Auto, Gran Turismo. Mm-hmm. That perfect example. I remember my boy playing Gran Turismo on the PlayStation 2 for hours, bro, trying to unlock every license, every car. It was so crazy that he would leave his PlayStation running for days to beat like these ghost simulation racing in the game, mm-hmm. just to unlock like new things. Mm-hmm. And that was the shit. But that game was not based on like racing fast. It was a simulation racer. So that's another thing you have to think about. Like, are you playing to feel like you're going fast, or you just playing to play a game that's like racing a real car, I guess, where you have to use the handbrake and chill, and you gotta adjust your suspension and yada, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, it's almost like you have to pick what kind of game you want to play. You want to play some hardcore, racing games, then yeah, you play the Forzas and the Gran Turismos. You want to play like crazy racing game, yeah, you play the Need for Speeds and the dirt games. Need
for Speed itself is simulator now.
Yeah, now
it's not arcade like how it used to be. It's simulator.
Yeah. Simulator. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I think what EA was trying to do with Need for Speed, besides revise it, because it did die for a while, mm-hmm. is I think what they tried to do was make it like they wanted to do like an underground, like hot pursuit kind of series, mm-hmm. and then they wanted to do like Gran Turismo kind of Forza kind of games where it's more like real racing. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that worked out in their favor, because like nobody respects EA's racing games anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody when EA was doing the Underground series, and then when Underground 2 came out, everybody wanted it. I remember me and my boys talking about, yo, that should come out next week. Yeah, we're gonna get that. I don't ever remember talking about another EA game like that again, unless it was, one of their shooters or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't remember ever wanting to buy a Need for Speed game on the first day or the day it comes out. I'll wait for it to go on sale for $5.99 and then I'll buy it.
Yeah. It was Need for Speed Underground was definitely one of it. Then there was another one. I can't think of the name of it.
What? Like a Need for Speed type of shit?
Yeah, it was another Need for Speed title. That was it came out after Underground. It was more like you joined a crew, like the storyline was like you joined like
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Oh man. Was
I
it?
was.
Was it?
It's not that one because I played that one. That one. That one was nah. It came out after. It came out before that one. Like this one, the one that I'm talking about, came out on 360.
Oh shit. Oh, I don't remember, but I remember this shit, and I didn't even think I liked this one that much. And that goes back to what I was saying, bro. Like
No, I did not like that one
just
that much.
I just think that the Need for Speed franchise just kind of got away from its roots, which I think was underground racing. Because before that, nobody cared or knew Need for Speed games until Underground popped off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, if you ask me, who changed the game in racing, I'm gonna have to give it to, hands down, give it to Midnight Club, bro. You cannot. I don't give a fuck who you are. Midnight Club was the shit. Okay? And if you had Dub Edition, it was on, bro. It was on, son. Me and my guys used to play that shit all the time. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, this was split screen, this game. Okay?
Okay, but not
Rockstar.
that Need for Speed title was Carbon. Need for Speed Carbon. That one.
Oh, see, I didn't play that one. I probably stopped. I think that's why I let it go.
Yeah.
But Dub Edition, Rockstar, bro. I don't know why Rockstar never touched on this game again, bro. I don't understand it, bro.
If they don't make certain numbers, bro, they don't.
Yeah, and I get that, but bro, this was the first game you were racing trucks with 22 spinning on it, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, I remember the bootleg Honda Civic had like 8 speakers in the back, and motorcycles, bro. I remember killing dudes with this motorcycle. Like, listen,
man.
we used to play this game all the time, bro. All the time. Like, this was our go-to game, and it was fun, and it was edgy. Nobody cared about the engine and all that shit. We just wanted to race, bro. That was it. You had a car, you raced it. We didn't give a fuck about all that other shit. And that's what I'm saying. Like, these kind of games took precedent back in those days. Like, they were just fun, and everybody wanted to play them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had, bro, it was just amazing, dude. Like, you just played them. They were fun, and they had shitty storylines, but you enjoyed them because you got to race in them. Like, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, but there was a game.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go. Good, because I'm gonna look for the game I'm talking about.
Would you throw kart racing into this combo?
I don't. And the reason why I don't, because kart racing is always more fun than regular racing games.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Mario Kart, I probably play Mario Kart more than any of these racing games put together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I probably played I even played other kart games like Sonic Racers. I played that with the kids, and we have fun playing. So I don't consider kart games racing games, even though they have racing in them sometimes, or most of the time. But I enjoy kart games, and I like to put them in a separate place because nobody takes those games serious.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
A serious question. So, Mario Kart or Diddy Kong Racing?
Oh man, definitely. I don't get me wrong. I like Diddy Kong Racing. It was a little different, but I gotta go Mario Kart, man. Mario Kart was the originator of kart games. Like, you can't go back and mention a kart game and it doesn't lead anywhere else but to Mario Kart. Mario Kart birthed all these kart games.
I mean, cool. That's cool, but I gotta say, man, I like Diddy Kong Racing like a lot, bro.
I remember playing Diddy Kong Racing, but not too often like I played Mario Kart for some reason. And that could be because I never owned the Diddy Kong game. I think my boy had it,
Mhm.
and I had Mario Kart, so we should just swap out because I have like we we were still young, so we didn't have jobs and shit like that. But yeah, I did it. I never got into Diddy Kong Racing like crazy. You know
It
what I'm saying?
was, it was. I liked it. What it had over Mario Kart was the fact that the vehicles changed. So like in Mario Kart now, you know how you can change the vehicles or whatever. But in Diddy Kong
Yeah.
Racing, you had the cart, you had the little hovercraft, and you had the airplane.
Right.
So you could race those three. And
Yeah.
with Mario Kart, you race in these circuits against each other. But Diddy Kong Racing, like you had like a boss. It's like you raced in these circuits, and then once you got towards the end, you had to fight, or you had to race the boss. So like,
Oh.
and I know like in that little hovercraft, you had to race this walrus.
Yeah, I
Fast
remember.
as shit.
I remember the walrus. I remember
And
that.
he was fast as I don't know. I was like, bro, a walrus cannot move that fast, bro. And I remember you had to race the Triceratops.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that because, like I said, I played it, but I only played it for I only played it a couple times. I never really got into it. But I'm trying to fucking find this car game, and I can't find it, bro. It was on PlayStation 2. This is what got me into racing games, but I can't seem to find it. I could be wrong, but I looked up Tokyo Drift, but I'm not getting any, so it must be wrong. It was a Japanese racing game where you buy a car, you race, you street race, you're on the highway all the time. You don't stop nowhere. You're always just driving around this big ass highway
Mhm.
in Tokyo. But to initial a race, you had to flash your high beams at the car while you were behind him.
Mhm.
And if you race a boss, like somebody who was in the streets heavy,
Mhm.
you would get your ass handed to you and you would lose money.
Mhm.
I forgot the name of the game and I can't, and I cannot find it, man. But
It ain't initial D, is it?
I don't, was it? I don't know if it was initial D, bro. Hold on. Man, I can't. Maybe it was. Let me see.
You said
Did
PlayStation
you
2?
have to? It was PlayStation 2. Oh, maybe it was Initial D, but was there an English version to Initial D? Because
I'm not sure.
I think it was Initial D because it looks like it. But I think this is the game that got me into wanting to play racing games a little bit more heavy because it was so much fun, bro. I remember playing this game in my boy's house
Mhm.
for hours, bro, just trying to unlock all the vehicles. But yeah, I think this is it because I remember the car like you start off with. But look at this shit. Like it's so weird looking, but it works so well, bro. Like the drifting, the racing, like look, I mean it just and that was it, bro. You just did that the whole time. There was nothing else to it. You know what I'm saying? Like it was mad extremes and it was fun. But that was what got me into racing games. Then that's when I stumbled upon other games like Need for Speed came out later, Dubs and all that shit. But bro, like I don't know, man. I just think racing games have missed their mark by making it too realistic, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm a,
I
I want to show you this racing game that was I mean I actually it's a game called Split Second, bro. I don't know if you heard of it.
I don't know. I have to see it. It sounds familiar though.
Let me see.
But I think if EA wanted to touch back on, oh yeah, I think I remember this shit. And I also don't forget the Burnout games, bro.
Oh, Burnout, yeah, I got Burnout up right here. But this game right
Burnout,
here, you had like you when you drift and stuff, like you get like a power meter, and they were
yeah, kind of like Burnout. I remember Burnout did that too.
You could,
Did this come out before or after Burnout?
This came out
This
after
look,
Burnout.
yeah, I was gonna
But
say this looks way newer.
but you don't use turbo or anything like that. Like you would like what you would do, you would set off these events. Like you saw that airplane fall out the sky.
Yeah,
Got
yeah,
a boat move. So like you can actually control those things, and when you do that,
yeah,
it changes the race. Like this game right here, it was a really fun game.
yeah. And see, like games like that, they were fun. Like I remember the Burnout games did shit like that, where you would like take a shortcut and you hit like a switch and a bridge will fall down and or
Yeah,
go up, and
yeah.
you jump off the bridge and you
Yep.
hit the boost, and if you hit something else, a building will explode. Like I remember playing Burnout crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Burnout.
Burnout was really good, but I
Very
think
good.
what happened with Burnout, who made Burnout? Who was the? I don't remember who was the publishers of Burnout.
I don't know.
Oh, I forgot who was the. Fuck.
Burnout.
Oh, it was EA too.
What?
Oh, you sure?
It said developer, Criterion, publisher, Acclaim Entertainment.
Oh, then probably EA. Did EA get them later? Because I'm showing on Burnout Revenge EA, so probably EA bought them out.
Burnout Revenge. Burnout Revenge was good too, though.
Mm-hmm.
Burnout Revenge
all right.
was good too.
So this is what I'm saying. Burnout was good. Burnout 1 and 2, I think, and then Revenge came after.
Yeah.
So let's just say Burnout literally burned itself out because they were releasing too many games. Like that's what usually happens to these franchises. They milk them until they fucking bone dry, and then that's it. Like it's a wrap.
I agree.
Like
and
EA is good at doing that. EA they're known for this. They're known for taking the IP, getting it popular, or and sometimes they don't even own the IP. They wait for the shit to get hot, then EA goes and buys them out. Then they milk them, and then they hang them out to dry upstairs. That's EA's thing, bro. Like that's what they do.
God, man. That's funny.
That's what they do. And don't get me wrong. You can ask Jaden. Every time an EA game comes out, bro, I will never buy an EA game when it comes out. Never. I never buy an EA game when it comes out. You know why? Because in 24 hours or in 2 weeks, that game is going to be $3.95 at GameStop. Because I don't know. I don't even know how that even works out in marketing. Because EA games never last long. You know what I'm saying? They're not like Mario games and Spider-Man games where in a year it's still the same price. EA games are always $50, $60, and then in the next couple months, or if they release in October and November, Black Friday, they've $20. I never buy an EA game the first day because I just know I'm not getting a whole game. I'm not gonna. If I buy an EA game, it's only because I want to play a quick shooting game, because I want to play a quick shooting game, or play a quick racing game, because I'm not expecting it to be. I'm not expecting it to be like, oh, wow. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like I just don't.
I got to give EA their credit on Titanfall. I think Titanfall.
Yeah.
I said I got to give EA their credit for Titanfall. I mean, I really like Titanfall. I think that's
Titanfall was a good fucking game. Though.
Yeah, it was. I like that.
I think what happened with Titanfall. Did you play 2? Because 2 had came out like maybe a year or two after the first one.
I didn't play the first one because the first one didn't have a story mode. The second one did.
Yeah, and I think that's what fucked them up, is because the second one did and nobody cared to play it anymore. Because the second one did terrible. So when I got the second one, there was no good support. Like they stopped supporting the game maybe months after that shit came out. Like you could play it online, but they didn't give you no DLC. They gave you one like mech that came out for a free. Bro, it was a terrible, terrible launch for for Titanfall. I think that could have been a blockbuster
Yeah, man.
IP, bro.
Yeah.
That was it. Was because I first of all, I love mech games. I love mech games. I've been playing mech games since before. I forgot the name of that other mech game that came out before Titanfall. There was a mech game that came out. I just can't remember the name. It was good, but it wasn't great. It was like a real underground mech game. But I played that shit. It was on PlayStation. But when Titanfall came out, bro, I played that shit for days, bro. It was so good, man. Like Jessica would be like, "Yo, you coming to sleep?" I'm like, "No, I got shit to kill." Like the fact that you can have this big mech come out of the sky and crush shit, and then you could jump out and fight as a little. Oh,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
it was great. It was great. Like the concept, bro. That game now on current gen, would be amazing. But that's what I'm telling you. Like EA is not gonna do it because they milk that shit and they feel like it's not worth it anymore. You know what I mean? So, because that was an EA game, right?
It was a EA game.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Apex is set in that Titanfall world. So I don't understand how Titanfall itself isn't, relevant.
I don't know, man. I just remember buying Titanfall the day it came out, Xbox, and playing that shit all night through the day, through the week. Just having a ball with guys online, just blowing shit up, talking shit. I just hated that the levels were so small. Obviously, the computer, the Xbox didn't have the power to make big levels, especially with big ass mechs like that, because those things were huge on screen. At least, they looked big. But if that shit came out today, boy, I give Titanfall another try, bro.
Yeah, I would. I mean, I ain't gonna
I
lie.
love mech games.
I still play the Titanfall 2. I still play that. The story is, to me, the story is good. I like
the story was just too short, man. Like it was short lived. Like it just felt rushed. Like Titanfall 2 was definitely rushed, for sure, 100%, because it came out way too fast and it didn't have it. They didn't do anything to make the game better. You know what I'm saying? They added a couple tweaks, but nothing like mind blowing. So I was like, and I played Titanfall 2. But I didn't like it as much as Titanfall 1, that's for sure. There was no wow factor.
I never played Titanfall 1, so I'm gonna have to look into it and see what it was like. Because if it didn't have a story mode, then like what was it?
It was just online battling, bro.
Like multiplayer versus?
I think it was like, I want to say it was, they had different, they had different structures, but I believe like 2v2. I think the most you could play was 3v3. I don't know if there was more than that. Maybe they could have been 4-on-4s,
Well,
depending on the levels.
That makes sense because Titanfall is.
I know there wasn't 100 motherfuckers or even 10 motherfuckers on the map. I know that. I don't think it was that many. I could be wrong, but I think the most was probably 5, or even numbers. I don't think it was like, I don't think it was 20 people in a room at a time, because there weren't that many mechs in the game, like period. So that's what made the game stupid. Like everybody was pretty much fighting. Like you couldn't customize nothing. You could probably change a weapon or two, but it wasn't really customizable. You know what I'm saying? Like it was really restricted. I think the game was a bigger idea than they had to work with.
In the second one, you could customize though. Like you could customize.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember that. But like I said, I think once the second one came out, the hype was dead, because I think when Titanfall came out, it was like, let's see if this shit takes off, and I think it did, and I think it took them too long to come out with a 2, because it came out like a year or two later. I don't even think it came out right away. And then like I think the Xbox was already on its last, because those were the times where systems were getting flushed out in like 3-4 years. You know what I'm saying? Now they're going 6-7 years. So I think the Xbox was already on its last year or so when it came out. But yeah, no, Titanfall was tight, but I don't know. I think when it comes to EA, I really have no. I don't know. I just have no respect for EA because I see what they do, and they're like the Walmart of video games, bro. Like you go there to get cheap shit. You know what I'm saying?
When I first played Assassin's Creed, I thought it was a very good game, and then they just
First Assassin's Creed was amazing.
they just
Like
man,
it was so story driven, so good.
Uh, I don't care for Assassin's
But
Creed.
no, they even dropped one on the VR. I was thinking about buying because everybody said it was good. But I was like, I don't know. Maybe when it goes on sale because it was like 30. Because VR games are rather cheap because they're not that big. They're just fun to play. But I was like, nah, I'll just wait because it's like I think it's like $40 or $30. And I'm when I buy VR games, I'm not spending $50 on a VR game. I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck how good it is because most of the time those VR games are short and you don't get much hours out of them because they're not built like that. So $20, $30 the most I'll pay a VR game, but I'm not paying $40, $50 for VR, and I think it's like 40 or $30. But I'll wait for it to go on sale because I'm pretty sure it's gonna go on sale. But as for racing games, the last good racing game or the last racing game I played was Forza 5 with Jaden. That's when it came out, and I haven't played it since. And I haven't played it. I'm just not interested in playing it because it's
So
not fun.
is it better playing with someone? Because I've never played it.
Yeah, I'd rather play with someone because we can get into matches and together. But the problem is that you spend the majority of the time fucking around. You really don't even care about the missions. You know what I'm saying? But
riding around.
Yeah, just driving around and shit. I think with all right. I think a lot of people don't want to play racing games by themselves. Like a Need for Speed Underground 2 wouldn't work today. You know what I'm saying? Like it just wouldn't. Like if they released Need for Speed Underground 2 and it was solely a one player game, nobody would care. Nobody's gonna play that shit. Everybody wants to play with their friends now. So if a Need for Speed Underground came out today, it would have to feel and play like old Underground, where it was fast and gritty, but it would have to be like a Forza where I can jump in with my boys and play. And I believe they tried this. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Crew 1 and 2 are like this. And I'm pretty sure there's at least 5 other games that I'm probably not listing because I just don't know the names because they didn't do well. But the Crew was one that I remember that tried this format, and I like it. It had got mixed reviews. Like some people said it was a great fucking game, and then some people said it was trash. I guess it just all depends on what kind of racing game you want to play, and that's what I'm saying. Like it's all preference at this point.
Okay. I think it would be dope if you had an open world map and you could, drive around with your friends or whatever. And at the same time, you had like actual, like really good racing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, Forza. It's like you just riding around over the map, and it's like it's all over the place. It's not.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, give me an open world map, but that I could just drive around whatever. So I could go from this side all the way to that side. But when it's time for me to race, like structure this thing a little bit more instead of just having it all over.
Yeah.
Because you can go from streets to the dirt to over here, then back over there, or you can go back this way. It's just too all over the place. Like structure it a little bit more, like have it more like linear, like make it make sense, right? So like have it from you start on the dirt, and then you end up just like the storyline takes you to the desert, and then the storyline will take you, I don't know, boat racing or something. I don't know. But I
Yeah.
just feel like the open world aspect is just it's too open world. It's too it's too much. Like it's just too open. Make it give it some direction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's number one.
And,
Number two, like make car crews and car clubs like make it a thing. You know what I mean? I feel like it will help. Um, I think it will help the game. Like if you join if you have a car club, you're part of a car club, like you get a percentage of off the store or something. I don't like some type of incentive to get people to play the game because I do like racing games and I think if you was playing like a Forza and you and your car crew came through, I think that would be dope. And then y'all challenge other car crews and like y'all race. Like I think that would be fun. But it's
yeah, that'd be crazy. But I think that's what they were trying to do with Crew, if I'm not mistaken. But I think the problem it fell a little short because I think like you would just have a lot. You need people to play the game, and I think they didn't have
yeah, people play.
the people to play. You know what I'm saying? But I think if I'm not mistaken, they did do that. I think they had crews. I think you can meet up at certain places, and you can challenge other crews for like, money. I guess.
But
I would think.
you would have to join a crew that they created, right?
Right. Yeah.
See what I'm saying? You create your own crew. Is what I'm saying. I feel like that would be more of that would be a better way to go. So like you can create kind of like a Call of Duty clan. Like you can create your own clan and people join that clan. So you can create your own partners in these racing games and people join it, and then you just dominate the servers, man.
Yeah, that'd make more sense. But that's what I'm saying. I think it would just take up. I don't know, man. I don't know what's up with what it would take, but I just think that it just takes up too much effort and time for publishers to even care about racing games. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, they even got like what was it like look, for instance, they got like the weird Hot Wheels looking tracks on some of these games where you could just make the game more fun. But I don't know, man. It's just racing games nowadays. Like I said, man, they're so hit or miss because they're either really too serious or not serious enough where they even care. See, because they got the Hot Wheels shit. So even when they add goofy shit to it, it might make the game fun. But you're like this shit probably gets old quick. Like they need it. I think they just need to come up with a new concept of racing games. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. The cars are the more important part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But they need to come up with another concept of a racing game. Like, okay, yeah, we're gonna race, but let's throw this in there, see how this works. Like, I think the problem is when they try throwing new shit in there, they mess it up, or they don't do it right, or it's half-assed. You know?
Well, I played this game called Onrush. It's a racing game, but it's not. It don't have laps. Like, there's no first place or last place. It's objective based racing. It's
right.
Let me see if I can pull it up. They got this mode called Capture the Zone. So as you're racing, it's like a little circle, and you have to get inside that circle. And the more of you in that circle, then that's who dominates that zone, and you have to stay in it for a certain amount of seconds. So if I'm in it by myself, I win. But then when somebody else from the other team comes in, it's just us two, then it neutralizes the circle. So
okay, kind of like a capture the flag kind of shit.
Yeah. It's pretty dope, man.
Listen, I don't know if you remember this game, but it was a game for PlayStation. I don't know I want to say PlayStation 1, bro, because this game goes way back. But there was a game called Destruction Derby.
I want to say I heard.
Do you remember that?
I want to say I heard.
Bro, this game was so crazy because you raced. You didn't really race, but you raced to destroy each other. So, like, you start over here, I start over here, and we have to race to this pit. And in the pit, we have to just crash into each other without destroying our cars, but we have to destroy each other. whoever's car got disabled first wins.
but not like
It was kind of it was kind of like Burnout, but without all the cool shit. It was literally just that. It was like these hunky dory looking cars where it has spray paint on them, and you just race and crash into each other, and that's pretty much it, bro. It was fun and so simple. Like it literally, like it was fun and so simple. If they added something like that to the racing game, where let's say, I don't know, let's say like a Forza, for instance. Let's say we're racing, but we have to race to a certain point. But before we get to that point, we have to destroy each other, or somebody got to fuck somebody else up before we get there, and that's how you either win more points, or if you completely disable this motherfucker, you win. Like they need to do some kind of different element like that where it's not just racing there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you remember Twisted Metal?
Yeah.
Bro, that game was so crazy. It was so cool. It was so ahead of itself.
Yeah, Twisted Metal.
Like, you literally had to destroy each other in a city. Why we can't get one of those? I don't want to always just race. I want to destroy something. Like if I crash into a building with my car, and my car takes no damage, or the building takes no damage, like how dumb is that? Like, I'm playing a simulation game that's supposed to be a real racing game, but when I crash into the building, that shit's
so
like it doesn't.
You were like a Rocket League mode or something.
Yeah, something different.
So
like
you remember
like,
Excite Bike? You played soccer. You remember that?
Oh yeah, hell yeah,
that was fine.
Hell yeah, bro. I wanna play something just a little bit more edgy. You know what I'm saying? Like put me give me a racing game, put me in it, and let me customize my own person, my own car, and let me go blow some shit up. It could be a racing game, or it could be a Twisted. Bro, if Twisted Metal came out tomorrow, if you told me Twisted Metal was coming out tomorrow without even seeing a trailer, I'll buy it. Because that's how much I trust the Twisted Metal game. Because every Twisted Metal that came out was always fun. Yeah. The last one, I think Twisted Metal Black was the last one they did, was on PlayStation 2. And it was the less popular one, but it was still good. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you give me a Twisted Metal game mixed with some Burnout, bro. And you tell me that I could blow up buildings at the same time and end up on the top of a parking lot and jump my car off and bro, I'm all over it.
I think you said,
but like I'm getting like I don't want. How many simulation games are you gonna give me, bro?
You want a Fast and Furious,
bro? I mean, why not, bro? Imagine if playing it is probably better than watching it. You know it's fucking fake.
Yeah.
But why not? Like, if you give me a game like GTA, where the map is fucking ginormous, and you tell me, yo, we're gonna give you cars with. I mean, I know in GTA they got cars with guns. I know that shit. That's, but I don't want to play it GTA style, where I want to play it Twisted Metal style, where I can go around, drive into the parking lots and shoot homing missiles and shit like that. Like, you know, I want to do that shit.
So
like if
you want to take simulator racing and kart racing and kind of mash them together, is what you think?
Yeah, something different. Because we're getting tired of playing just kart racing games, and we're getting tired of playing just simulation games. Where's all the creative thinking at? Like, what happened to those guys who came out with the Twisted Metals and Destruction Derbies and all those other cool immersive games where they weren't taking it, and the undergrounds, and where they weren't so serious? You know what I'm saying? Like, now we're playing simulation games where the cars are too serious. So like half the time when you play car games and the cars don't get destroyed, it's because the manufacturers told them, yo, your car, you can't blow my cars up in your game. If you want to put my cars in your game, we don't want them to be blown up. they can't take no damage. That's why a lot of the games, like I know in Forza you could take some damage, but they won't blow up. Like you know what I'm saying? Like then fuck that. Take their cards out the game. Give me some bootleg ass cards like in GTA. Strap some fucking miniguns on them shits, and let's go to war, baby. Like I wanna drive around an ice cream truck with a crazy psycho nigga in the back, and we go and do some damage. You know what I'm saying?
Man, like kart races, like video games were fun. I remember me and my brothers playing Mario Kart, and the games were so intense that we were yelling and screaming so much that the neighbor from next door came over, knocked on the window, told us to shut up, bro.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, bro.
Oh my goodness, man. I miss those days.
I love the Twisted Metal series, bro. And if they brought it back, if they surprise dropped it tomorrow and told me it was $60 and I didn't know if the game was good or not, I'd buy it. I mean, if it sucked, then okay, it sucks, but I buy it just to play it, just to get that fun, bro. Because Twisted Metal was a dope fucking game, bro. And the storyline was crazy. Like they all played into each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like every single game played into each other. And it was just, I don't know, man. It's just like those games are not they don't have those games anymore. Like they're not fun anymore. And I think that's what's the problem with all these racing games. They're just boring. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's fucking with them anymore. And that's the developers' fault, because even though they sell out, I am front, they probably sell a ton of games, or they get them downloaded now because nobody's buying them. But see, look, just go around and shoot. You just blow each other up, bro. This is Mario Kart with cars. And it was mad fun because it was gritty, it was grimy, it was like the buildings will fall and you could go into like rooftops. If you blow the ceiling down, a bridge will come out. Like imagine what they could do on modern day games.
You want it this style, or you want it to be like laps, like lap 1, lap 2, lap 3?
Nah, it could be this style. I'm cool with this shit right here. Like just going around collecting shit and blowing shit up. I mean, they could do laps and make it more, straightforward. So somebody's always behind somebody in a city where everything blows up, and I just think it'll be more fun if you told me, yo, we made a game like Burnout, but it's kind of like Need for Speed, but it has, your cars have, guns and missiles, and you can play with your boys. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can have a team of destruction cars all together. Like, how cool would that be if we could have like a team of 5 or however many?
The team aspect,
and we can customize our own cars to have different defenses and offense and guns and missiles. And if you put this missile, your car will be too heavy. But if this shit loads up, one shot, boom, you're dead if you have a small light car. Like you would have to learn how to tweak your vehicle's defenses and the offense of the guns and shit. So the same way you want to play a simulation game where you race the game and you got to fix your turbo up to make sure is putting out its performance and your NOS and all that shit is where it needs to be. Same thing with this game, bro. You make your own car. You build it, you play the game to unlock more shit, or if it comes out this day and age, the game will be $50 and you gotta buy all the DLC to make your car better, or whatever. Like shit like that, bro. Like if you told me, like I said, bro, if somebody told me Twisted Metal was coming out tomorrow, I am getting it. I'm getting it, bro. It's gonna be a good game, and it's gonna be fun.
I like that idea. I do.
If somebody's listening, please tell EA or whoever owns Twisted Metal, PlayStation, make this fucking game, bro. We miss it. We're tired of playing simulation, Forza, GTA, Gran Turismo. Bro, I'm just over driving the straight line.
I want to say Disney owns Split Second.
I wouldn't be surprised. What the fuck Disney don't own?
I want to say they own Split
at
Second.
This point.
But, I would settle for a split second part two, but this time add weapons to the car, but not over the top type stuff, because
Yeah.
you can destroy the environment, and that will affect like you can be in last place with no chance of winning, and once you use that power play, you can go from last place to first like that. So it's
Right.
very, very effective. Like you riding through the city, man, and somebody done blew up a boat. You gotta dodge the boat. No, that's some very intense racing, and it's fun. So now, if you can
Yeah.
take
Yeah. That's what
that,
I'm saying.
add weapons to the cars, but not just like I said, not over the top. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. Or even over the top, but instead of you getting it right off, you have to work your way up to it. You know what I'm
what
saying?
over
So
top?
you remember in Halo, you ever play Halo
Yeah,
Wars? Okay. Remember how you have to get all your resources right before you can get like the massive
yeah,
laser shot weapon that will destroy any
yeah,
base, one shot,
yeah,
one kill, but you had to work your ass off to get it
yeah.
first. They could do something like that where you would play the game, but if you really want to murk some shit, you have to work your ass off to unlock like an ultimate weapon or like an ultimate level destruction. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, if you knock down, for instance, let's say we're playing in a city like a big city, like let's say Manhattan. Let's say there's a level like Manhattan, like New York or Atlanta or some one of those big
Hmm.
cities, and you have to destroy 5 buildings in different areas. And if you destroy all 5 of those buildings, something massive goes on. And if somebody's within that area, they're dead. You know what I'm saying? Or that area is no longer accessible because they blew that shit up. So it makes the map smaller. Or if anybody's in that area, all the buildings, you know what I'm saying? Something big to make the map different. So you're not racing around the same map the whole time for 10
You need
minutes.
so you what you saying? You need that over the top action to make it
Right,
fun. Yeah,
yeah.
but
Right. If you
not
could
so
do
much.
not
Yeah,
so
got you.
much, right? Exactly. So you're not like, oh, you know, you're in the game 5 minutes and the game's over because somebody done knocked off 4 towers.
Yeah,
No, I'm saying like it has to be hard to do but worth it.
got you,
You know what I'm
got you.
saying?
I agree.
Like
I agree.
game they don't make games anymore where it's like it's worth it anymore. Like all the games you play, everybody is the same level. Everybody starts off with the same shit. If you want to get new shit, you have to buy it. There's no built up to anything cool anymore. So nobody feels like they're any different. The only thing that makes you different if you buy a skin that your boy didn't buy last month because it was part of a different, season. That's dumb,
Yeah.
bro. That shit
So
don't mean that to me. I don't care about your fucking.
I don't know if you played Call of Duty lately, but bro, they cater to the people who don't know how to play the game. So,
Yeah, no. Jaden was telling me he don't play it because
bro,
of
that's
that.
so crazy. Like, so let's say you better than me, right? You shooting me, but you're not getting any hit markers, and I shoot you, and because I'm new to the game or I can't play as good, I kill you. So like you're being punished for being good at the game, bro. And it's just,
Yeah, yeah. It's an easy way to have everybody play, so they don't have to make
bro,
you
it's
know
ridiculous.
make they don't have to look for matches with you and all the same levels. That's what I'm saying. Like a game like Twisted Metal, you didn't have none of that. You just pick your car,
Mhm.
what weapons you want, and you have to go get it. Everybody starts off the same. Every car is a little different. One car might be slower because it's a truck, but he got crazy like he could,
Yeah,
his special is
it got
crazy.
heavy armor, extra
So
armor.
right, he
Yeah,
got heavy. Right, exactly. So they don't do that anymore.
yeah,
Everything is just like, here, you play with this, you buy your skin, you get your guns, and that's it. So they don't, they're not doing the fun shit
yeah.
anymore. Like it's like they don't make the games fun anymore. So it's just like you just do this shit and that's it. But a Twisted Metal game, bro, you have to have skills. You have to be nice to play it. Like that's like playing a Mortal Kombat game and all your power buttons are on one button. Like your ice is on A and your sweep is on B, but you don't have to do none of the Hadoukens or none of the back forward movements.
Yeah,
Like
got
that, in that case, that's no longer a fighting game. You're just pressing.
you.
It's a
It's
button
button
mashing
mashing.
game. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. They're trying to make it. They're trying to make all these games too easy for people to play. That there's no skill involved in it.
It's
You know what I
like
mean?
they're catering to people who don't play games.
Which is fine, but then you know there has to be a balance, bro. Like not everybody wants to. Not everybody's buying this game to play with people who don't know how to play it.
Terrible.
You know what I mean? So like if I play a Street Fighter game, I'm gonna play with people who know how to play Street Fighter. I'm not. And let's say somebody who don't know how to play. Guess what? They're gonna learn today because they're gonna lose.
Yeah, I miss those days.
Like when I play games with my kids, bro, I be fucking them up. I don't care what game it is. If I'm good in it and they suck, they're gonna learn.
Yeah, I do the same.
I don't do the shit. Oh, let them win. No, they're gonna fucking lose 10 times before they can win against me. But guess what? Guess what? And I tell Jessica this shit all the time. She always make fun of me, but I don't care. This is a perfect example. I would play Mario Kart with Adam all the time. That was our game, Mario Kart. Play it. Smash Brothers. Play it. She would be like, yo, you ever gonna let him win? I'm like, no. I've been playing Smash Brothers for mad long, bro. If you gonna beat me, you gotta be good. She's like, yo, you crazy. I'm like, no. You watch. Yo, we played Smash Brothers for weeks. I'm talking about like for weeks, me and Adam playing. He finally figures out who he likes to play with, and he finally figured out how to play with him, and he finally beat me on one level.
That's great.
And guess what happened? He was so excited.
Because he had to work for it.
Because he had to work, bro. It took him weeks. I'm talking about weeks to beat me. And he only beat me because one, I didn't let him. He beat me fair and square. I give him that. But it was a level I didn't like. It was one of those levels that move, but it was a level that he was good at.
So everything worked. It worked.
He was good at
okay. That's what's up.
Yeah. So he picked the level, and he knew I don't like moving levels because he knows I don't like moving levels. So he picked a moving level, right? And he beat me fair and square because he understood the moving level better than I did. So that was his his upper hand. Right. So he beat me, and I give him that. I'm like, you beat me. And he was excited, bro.
Good.
Like that was the best day. And ever since then, like he gets close. And I beat him, but he gets closer, and he gotten better. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, man?
So, but it's moments like that they remember. You know what I'm saying?
I think I'm gonna me a Nintendo, bro, because I gotta get back into Smash Bros. That's definitely.
Yo, if you get one, then we could definitely play that shit online. Because I got mine here still. I don't really play it anymore because I only play with the kids every once in a while. But if you get it, we can get the e-shit. The Nintendo Online, it's only like $24, bro. I'll pay for it and I'll put you on it. I had it for a while, but it expired and I never put it back on because nobody fucking plays with me anymore. So
yeah, I'm trying to give it one, man. Get Smash.
But yeah, dude. But yeah, I would definitely get a racing car game like Twisted Metal. I'm down. Sign me up.
Man, I feel like. I feel like I can make a game and compete with anybody in like any game, any genre. I feel like I can make a first-person shooter. I feel like I can make an adventure game. I feel like I can make a race game. I feel like I can make a Smash Bros. Game and compete with the top competitor, I guess, man. It's just from what I'm seeing, is like I see all of the mistakes that they're making. Is too much money making decisions. Like I could tell, like that decision was made because of money. Had you made the decision to really put out a good product, the money will come, which is the part that I don't understand. I mean, put out a good product.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what it is, especially with like Sega. They got so many cool IPs that they don't even care to bring them back, like Jet Set Radio and a bunch of other games, man. They just Crazy Taxi. Like I know they just did the trailer a couple weeks ago, but like how many of those are really gonna come out? You know what I'm saying? Like Sega be like they like to tease motherfuckers, but they don't ever deliver all the time. Like for instance, I know this is a little bit off topic, but that new Sonic game, I played it. I bought it the other day.
You know what?
I really
I
care
wanted
for
to
it
buy it. But I was like, nah. How like
because it's on sale.
how is it, man?
I'm gonna be quite honest, man. Like it's just not like it's. I don't know if it's because I'm just older now, but I still love games. I don't know. Like they don't capture the fun I had when I was a kid, and I guess because I had a different mindset then than now. But like in my heart,
Mhm.
I feel like Sonic always was a little bit more fun than Mario. You know what I'm saying? And this game is just not fun, bro. Like I played it, and it's crazy because I got a 1UP arcade that I modded, and I got like all the old school arcade games and all the old Sega, Nintendo. I got like probably like thousands of games in that bitch that I modded out, right? And I'll sit there on my 1UP arcade cabinet and play Sonic and Knuckles all day and have fun. But I play this new Sonic and I don't have fun. And I don't know if it's the music. I don't know if it's it's not the graphics. The graphics look amazing. It look great. They just, to me, they don't, I don't know what it is. They don't capture the old Sonic. And I want to say it's probably 20% the music, because the music for some weird reason is just terrible. And the music in Sonic 2 and 3 was top notch. And I understand they were produced by Michael Jackson's camp and all that. I get that. But bro, music like the music in Streets of Rage and shit like that, like that was great music. And the shit on here is just like stupid kidsy cartoon music. Like I was like, I don't want to listen to this shit.
Oh man.
And yeah, it just, I don't know, bro. It's just not. It's not it. I don't. Like I played a couple of the boss levels. I ran through some. They just really, like, I don't want to say hard, but just stupid. Like almost to the point. Like I'm like, why am I even fighting this guy? You just don't like none. I don't know. Just I understand it's a Sonic game, and I'm not expecting it to be like super technical fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like I expect it to be dumb. But like this shit was dumb. I was playing with Knuckles and I'm like, no, the levels look good. They look good. They just like I said, the music is terrible. I couldn't hold on to coins to save my life because it's like they almost don't want you to have coins, and I get that. But it's like I have this fast running character, and they put these bad guys right at spots where I'm going to. Where I'm gonna land, and I'm not even gonna be able to like jump out the way or do a roll or anything. It's like, oh, we're gonna put a bad guy right here because he's gonna be flying down this hill, and the bad guy right here is just gonna kill his mood, and that's exactly what happens, bro. It's like they almost put the bad guys in bad spots. Like I want to enjoy this run. If you're gonna give me all this shit to run on, why are you gonna put a bad guy right there?
That's what I'm saying,
like,
man. It's like you playing the Sonic game to feel to go fast. You want to see Sonic go fast, and right when you pick up speed and you finna see Sonic go fast, you run into a bad guy. That's what I'm saying, like
bro. It's
so
stupid, bro. Like I swear, dude, there was parts where something cool is happening. I'm running really fast, and then you go around the loop. And then you go on these things that bounce you to the background, and you see yourself running in the background far away, and then you come back, and then when you come back, you're like, oh shit, I got more to run. All right, cool. And then boom, I lost all the 150 coins. I'm like, bro. And then by the time and then you know what happens? I noticed this a lot in the game. Right when I get hit, there's the checkpoint. So now I can't go into the zone to get the coins because I lost all my coins. Because you need 50 coins or more to get into the zone. Now I can't get into it.
Man.
So now, and I noticed that's a trend in the game that every time I'm about to I lose my coins. Boom, there's a checkpoint right here, and I can't get into the damn thing to get the coins. I'm like, what the fuck? And then the checkpoints are different than the rings to get the emeralds, and that shit is hard to get because they always put these dumbass games, like mini games, in there. I'm like, what do you like? What the fuck? Like, you couldn't just keep this shit simple. Like, it's a fucking game, like a kid's game at that. I would think a Sonic game is a kid's game, but
Well, I
my
prefer
my yeah, I was
I would have preferred the old school joint where you jump through the little checkpoint star thing and then you run into the tunnel. You gotta collect
yeah
them
yeah
coins.
no, you don't do that. You do this other weird shit, and half the time you end up losing your coins anyway before you even get to the fucking thing. So it didn't even make any damn
Oh my
sense.
goodness, man.
But the only thing cool I like about this game is that the Chaos Emeralds give each Chaos Emerald gives you a new weapon, a new power, which is cool if I can fucking get them. But half the time I'm losing my fucking coins, and by the time I get to the ring, I can't get the goddamn Chaos Emerald because it's moving too. Like, you have to do like these weird kind of web slinging things on the. It's like, bro, like none of this shit makes sense to me. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna turn this shit off. I'm gonna go home. I don't know, bro, whatever. But anyway, listen, I'm gonna go. So, yo, this is Ninja,
Early Bird the Night Wolf.
and that's our discussion today on racing games and why they suck, and not a good one has really caught the eye of the real.
But if there are some good ones, please let us know in the comments, please.
Yeah, just I'm pretty sure we missed a bunch of them, but we just didn't have the time to go over it. But let us know what was your favorite racing game growing up as a kid, or any time during your timeline, and we'll hit you back. Peace out.